What is fasting? Great question. Glad you asked. For many of you, this fast here in 2013 is the first time that you've fasted in any way. Um, Gone without a meal or a series of meals for a day or 3 days or incorporated fasting into your life. So for a lot of you, this is new. And I want to congratulate not just our newcomers to the fast, but those that maybe have been doing this from the beginning, like myself, since we began this corporate fasting the beginning of every year, 21 days. So real quick, what I'm going to outline just briefly, we're not going to go into the details yet, but talk about what biblical fasting is. So first and foremost, you got to know going into this that fasting is an opportunity for you to connect in a deeper way with the Holy God. Fasting and prayer together. Now, if you go without food, if you fast without praying, then that's what you're doing. You're just going without food. Second thing is, if you're doing this to lose weight, you're not going to lose weight. You can talk to people who have done this before in the past, thinking that, oh, this is a great way for me to, start my New Year's resolution off in the right way by losing some weight. And I'm just going to go ahead and let you know, if you go in with the wrong motives, God's not going to honor that. God only honors biblical fasting, not fasting motivated by our own desires. The third thing is that fasting is not a way to manipulate God into getting Him to do what you want Him to do. This is not an opportunity for you to say, all right, because in the 90-day challenge, I didn't see God do what I wanted Him to do, therefore I'm going to fast and pray, and He has to do what I'm asking Him to do. No, He doesn't. He's a sovereign God. He's not held hostage by our desires or just because we decide to fast all of a sudden. It doesn't work that way. You go in with a pure heart and you say, God, I'm giving up food, whether it's 1 meal or 2 meals or 1 meal a day for 3 days a week, and then the other 4 you eat a healthier diet. But first of all, let me say this. Biblical fasting is going without food for a period of time. Now you have to decide, you have to pray and see what God wants you to do. You can't look at your neighbor, the pastor, or someone else on staff, or a friend of yours, or read the book, Fasting by Jensen Franklin, and say, well, he suggests doing this, and so therefore I'm going to do that. Biblical fasting means that you're doing what God has called you to do. So some of you are going to do the Daniel fast, where you're going to only eat fruits and vegetables. You're going to give up things like Monster, which is one of the things that I will give up during the fast. But let me say this. For some of you who are thinking, well, I'm going to fast TV, or I'm going to fast sports, or I'm just going to fast sodas, that's all well and good, and congratulations, and more power to you. And if that's a way for you to make the fast that much more meaningful, then I want to encourage you in that. But real fasting is going without food. If you look in the Bible, when it's mentioned, it's going without food, and whether it's the Daniel fast or whatever, it was a certain type of food. Now, I want to say this for all of those that have done the fast in the past, that if you have done the Daniel fast, I'm encouraging you and I'm challenging you to step it up. Do something different. Don't just do the Daniel fast. Do something different this year. Go out on a limb spiritually and challenge yourself. If you've always done that, then do something else this year. Really challenge yourself. Really go out on a limb and make this fast this year amazing, and just challenge yourself. So real quick, just going into this, real fasting is giving up food, going without food for a certain period of time. So if you have questions, send us emails, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, yada, 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 all the other ways. And we'd love to hear from you, any of your questions. Looking forward to our series coming up, Hungry, where we're going to be talking about fasting and hungering and thirsting for God's righteousness. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be great. You guys are awesome. Look forward to what God is going to do in 2013 at Crossroads Church.